Well, hello everyone. We thought it was about time that we caught up with Richard Pegler, organiser of the Movers and Storers Show 2024, and of course every other year as well. And we thought it would be a good opportunity to find out what's going on with the show, what's new, and just get a general feeling for the show for this year. So first of all, Richard, thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. And we're really excited to hear about the show. It's such a wonderful show with a great following. It's really become a staple now in everybody's marketing strategy. So maybe could you start by telling us a little bit about this year's event and what makes it so special?
Hi there, thank you. Well, once again, lovely to catch up, and thank you for that very kind introduction. The Moving and Source show is this year is shaping up to be a really remarkable event. Once again, we're going to host it at the Stoney Exhibition Centre in Warwickshire, which has proven over the last few years to be the ideal location for the event. The venue offers excellent road and rail access for the whole of the UK, and also with airports nearby in Birmingham and the likes. Also, there's over 11,000 free parking spaces, all close to the hall. So basically, everybody who comes is guaranteed to be able to get near to the hall and get into the show. This is going to be the largest Moves and Storage show to date. We have over 65 of the leading suppliers and service companies from across Europe supporting the show. They're all gearing up as we speak, all eager to meet and to network with new customers, existing customers, renew relationships, and probably most importantly, all looking to do business. So, we're really excited.
It all sounds really good, and I love the fact that year on year the show grows and it evolves, and I think that's because that we do listen to the feedback and what people want, and we constantly try and deliver what our customers and partners and friends want. So really impressive. So it sounds again that there's lots of opportunities for attendees to connect with others in the industry. Can you tell us a little bit more about the sense of community that the show fosters?
Absolutely, you're spot on. The sense of community is really at the heart of the show, and while people come to see the latest products and services, they also come to learn new things, share experience, and connect with colleagues past and present. The removals and storage industry is very, very competitive, but the show provides a beautiful space where people can come together, not just as competitors, but as a community, and the real spirit of collaboration and support is clear to see over the 2 days across all the activities in the hall, and it's very much evident to us in the feedback we get from both the exhibitors and the visitors. So I think this is a true industry event built on community and collaboration.
I think it's that saying, isn't it? Collaboration over competition. And with you mentioning about how the atmosphere feels at the show, I know some of the feedback from last year's show, the 2023 show, was like, this is the best show ever. It's been brilliant. The atmosphere was really good. There's some really good conversations taking place. I know there was actually business done as well, which is just fantastic because it doesn't always have to be about doing business at the show. It's about that marketing campaign and driving new inquiries, meeting new people so that you've got a great pipeline as well. So it all sounds great. So as well as like all the networking between the exhibitors and all the visitors that go, I know that the show is always keen to offer more support, for example, in the seminars. Could you tell us a little bit more about what's going on in the seminar session this year?
Yeah, of course. The seminars are a really strong feature in the show. These are free to attend. All we ask is that visitors kind of pre-book a seat, just so that we have a kind of sense of numbers to expect in those sessions. This year we'll be running over 12 hours of free seminar content, and we try to take a broad view of the industry, but aiming around the kind of hot topics. These sessions are presented by industry leading figures, by members of the trade association, but also by some of the leading businesses in that. The seminars have a simple design. They're They're 40 minutes in time. They are part presentation, part Q&A, and they're really designed to be informative and engaging to get that dialogue. We often see that the dialogue then follows on from there, back on. A lot of our speakers are exhibitors, are back at their stands. There's further discussion and ongoing conversation. So whether we're covering new regulations, new innovations, or best practice, there's something there for everyone. We also record all the sessions so that we're conscious that that's accessible to the community throughout the year. So after the show, all the seminar sessions are uploaded onto the website and are free to download and revisit. And all those connections are available to connect with those speakers, because again, it's about bringing together people and sharing best practice. So it's something that we're really proud of.
Yeah, and I agree with you about booking a space on them, because last year I know that there was a fair few of them that were absolutely rammed with people, people standing on the outside as well. So I think that's great advice, is to book your seat on those seminars. And I think what is especially good and quite unique, really, that the Moves and Stories show, whilst it takes place over 2 days in a year, that support is constant with, as you say, the recorded seminars that people can access whenever they want to, and just a great hub to be able to get all of that information. Because when you're doing your day-to-day job, people don't have the time to research what's going on, what are new trends, what's the new technology in the business, new businesses coming in. So I love the fact that the Movies and Stories show isn't about just 2 days. It's all it's 12 months of the year, really. So that's great.
And
I know
on to that point, Jan. Sorry, to that point, one of the things that was one of the big drivers behind the collaboration with the Mover magazine, which is, as you say, is to build this focus so it's a continual focus and not just a moment in time. So obviously now with the magazine, the Mover magazine alongside the show, we're able to push that content and that journey and that information across multiple platforms, giving the broadest audience the opportunity to engage and to be part of that. So yes, absolutely. This is a busy. This is just at the end of a busy period of the year, so this is an ideally timed opportunity for people to get out of the office, get away from the desk, and come and do this networking and see these products and services. But we're very conscious that we're moving into then the spring of 2025, when we expect to be a big uplift and big movements in both industries, and that we hit that busy period. So it's about that opportunity as well.
Yeah, massive reach, eh? It's an annual marketing campaign, really. Don't just think about sending your people to go and stand on the stand. Think about the whole marketing campaign, and the reach now that gives is just, wow, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Really, I mean, it's got to be the biggest reach in the industry now.
Of that question, when you look at the two together, the show and the magazine, it's an unrivaled reach, and the beauty about it is they're both constantly, with the magazine being the only dedicated monthly title, they're constantly engaging, so that it's constantly refreshing. It's refreshing its content. We're refreshing our subscribers in the magazine, our visitors at the show. So it's this constant activity going on, and as I say, the show is a focus of 2 days in the calendar, but the whole thing is far more about the 12-month period and that collective activity.
So the future's not just orange, but it's purple and orange, isn't it? That's what I would say. I think there's so many things, so many exciting things going on. So aside from the networking and the seminars, what else should attendees expect?
Yeah, we think we've got a really exciting lineup of activities once again at the show. I think one of the core ones of those is we're hosting the Packer of the Year competition. This is open to everybody, so it's not just open to removal companies. It's open to people in that storage industry as well. This has become a really coveted prize in the industry. The challenge sounds very simple. A team of 2 people have to pack a wooden container with a daunting pile of boxes, all in export wrap, furniture, etc., against the clock. It's great fun to watch. It brings great rivalry between companies, but also, as I say, it's a very prestigious thing for people to walk away with as being crowned the Moves and Stories Packer of the Year champions. But we've also been building on that. So we're conscious that we want to continue look to drive engagements. And one of those we saw last year, we introduced what we call the innovation trail. So we ask our exhibitors through their online profiles to highlight those that have got something new or innovative that they're bringing to the market, whether that be a product or service, whether that be an updated solution. And then we highlight those in the floor plan. We highlight those in our activity leading up to the show. So we're constantly out saying, here's a group of people with something new to say or something new to offer. So that's a really important thing for us as well. And it's also highlighted in the show guide, etc.
And I think with the innovation trail, again, it's just showing that extra support for those exhibitors that do have something new to share, that, you know, we're not just blocking that out. There's another opportunity that they can take and highlight that, you know, one clear message, which will drive visitors to them. At the end of the day, that's what they want, driving visitors to their stands. So, yeah, I know how successful that was last year. And there's even more new things coming into the marketplace that people are taking on the innovation trail this year.
And we've added to that the ability to pre-arrange appointments. So following on from that, you know, we encourage visitors obviously to go onto the website and look at the exhibitors prior to the show and look at those profiles. But there's the ability within their profiles to request a meeting. And registration's already open and it's going really, really well. And we're already starting to see people making those requests to set up appointments who've gone from and thought, actually, I really need to catch up with those people, that company, etc. And let's request that meeting. So again, it's all about making those connections and driving that kind of engagement. So absolutely.
Yeah, it's really clear how much effort goes into making the show a success. You know, we've said it's not just about those 2 days, it's about the support year round. Can you tell us a little bit more about the work that goes on behind the scenes to ensure that the event reaches the right audience?
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, the activity is a continuous all year round. I guess probably if you looked at it layers, underpinning all the continuous visitor marketing activity is the website. The website is the entry level to this. So, you know, the website is where, you know, serves as a hub where we're constantly updating the latest exhibitor lists, the latest content of seminar programs, anything that all the seminar sessions when we put those live, we broadcast that, and that's where that information's held. So we create a library of information. So it's this continuously maintaining it. So the website for the show isn't just really about the 2 days of the show, it's about the 360 odd days prior to the show and the 360 odd days post the show, making sure that it provides that platform where people can come and see connections. So the profiles, all our exhibitor profiles, remain up through that year so that you can come back and connect with exhibitors. If you didn't get a chance to see them when you were at the show, or if whatever happens, you saw them and you've lost those details, you can come back into that website and make that connection. So it's this continuous focus on building that.
And tell us a little bit more about the visitor marketing campaigns in the Move magazine as well, or such like.
Yeah, so we run a dedicated kind of visitor marketing campaign, which includes obviously regular e-marketing newsletters, as well as direct email invitations to attendees. We're running advertising campaigns in the industry leading publication, The Mover, which is our partner magazine. On top of that, we maintain a really strong social media presence. And when you again start to bring together the Mover magazine's social media presence and the Mover Stores social media, we have over 18,000 plus connections across those two collective audiences. So we are regularly posting on LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, sorry, as I should call it, Facebook, etc., and so forth. So there's this constant flow of information and engagement, and that allows, you know, activities alongside, you know, our own dedicated instruments. We combine the ongoing efforts to ensure that, you know, we're constantly engaging with the audience and constantly making content available to the audience.
And I know you always encourage anybody that's on those platforms to get involved, introduce yourself, let people know that you're there, share news on there. You know, you certainly don't put a stop to that. You know, it's about being engaged and being collaborative on all of our social media platforms as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If there's one thing I could say to all those participants in the show is, and encourage them to do is, you know, whether you be a first time or being a regular exhibitor, is to maximize opportunity. So, you know, it's about planning ahead. If you're an exhibitor, it's about having activity and engaging with your existing customers, making them aware of what you're doing at the show and getting engaged with those. If you're reaching out to new customers, it's about engaging with those. And likewise, if you're a visitor to the show, yeah, it's all about the planning. You know, take that time to go through that our exhibitor list and our exhibitor profiles, and start to plan who you want to see, alongside dovetailing that in with those incredible free seminar sessions that we're offering, and also making time, you know, to grab a coffee and network with colleagues. So it's all around that. You know, planning is the key to this, whether you be exhibiting or visiting, and it's, you know, it's not odious. It's about just good practice.
Right. Planning and getting involved, get engaged in those platforms that are there and free to use. And I know the Movies and Stories show will support. And you know, if the Movies and Stories show is tagged or shared, then I know that Movies and Stories show will share that and comment on it to reach an even bigger audience for them as well. So yeah, it sounds like such a comprehensive approach, with a clear goal to really support those partners and exhibitors. And with such a sustained activity, it's no wonder that the show just goes from strength to strength, continues to grow and continues to thrive and flourish as well. So the show is packed with valuable opportunities. For those that may be attending for the first time, what advice would you give to them to make it the best experience possible?
It's alongside the planning. It's about coming and getting engaged. So I would encourage anybody, you know, it's there's a real energy around the event. So I would be encouraging anybody out there in the marketplace, whether they've attended in the past or not attended yet, and this is potentially their first time. There's a real energy and a real camaraderie and a collaborative spirit there. So it's about getting engaged. So it's about getting in your car or on the train or however, and coming to the show and meeting your suppliers or potential suppliers or future suppliers, and engaging. And all this opportunity is there for 2 days. It's only 2 days. All these people are there for 2 days in one place, waiting to have these connections and make these connections. So it's all geared up around that. And as I say, the thing I most enjoy is the energy in the hall. The show has an incredible energy and enthusiasm, which is down to the industry it represents. You know, it's really inspiring to see, you know, people long into the afternoon sat networking and catching up and sharing best practices, and attending seminars. So you know, to me, it's about engaging, you know, and through that engagement, a bit of planning, and you have an incredible day out.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work, does it? It really is just about chatting, discussing, sharing best practice, learning, and getting some business in without even realising it, really. So thank you. That's great advice. We're nearly at the end of the interview, you'll be pleased to know. But lastly, what are you personally most excited about for this year's event?
I think it will. Yeah, we've grown significantly over the last few years, and that's been incredibly rewarding to see so many businesses coming together under the one roof. To me, what I most enjoy is that buzz in the hall. Is when when you talk to exhibitors who are saying they've made great connections. I think you touched earlier on that, this show, people do transact at this show. Orders are written at this show. Orders are confirmed at this show, and that's hugely exciting. But likewise, when you get to talk to visitors it's their first time, who come away saying, "I didn't know there was so much to learn, or so much knowledge there, or so much available," and they go away having, with a carrier bag of leads and inquiries, etc., that then serves them going into the next cycle of what will be a very, very busy 2025. And I think it's incredible. And I say, to me, the beauty is that this all happens under one roof over 2 days. So it's that uniqueness, because this is and then it's over and for another 12 months. So yeah, so I love that energy and that vibrance in the hall, and seeing people connect. So that's the bit that I most enjoy.
Thank you, Richard. And I guess before we do say goodbye to you, we need to check, is there any space left at all?
At the moment, as of this morning, we've got 2, possibly 3 stands still available. We've got some inquiries. Actually, this period now, between now and towards the end of October, there's always for whatever reason a flurry of activity. So yeah, we're well on the way to being sold out. As I say, it's already the largest gathering of exhibitors that we've brought together under one roof. So yes, there's still an opportunity, and clearly we'll do everything we can to accommodate anybody who wants to be part of it, because as I say, it's about that collective and that collaborative experience for all of us. So yeah, 1 or 2 spaces.
Well, that's fantastic to finish on such a high note. Really, really positive. Thank you so much for your time, Richard. And it really does sound like the 2024 Movies and Stories show will be an unmissable event. And may we just wish you and all of the team the best of success for this year's show. And of course, all the exhibitors and partners as well, wishing them a great show.
Thank you. That's perfect. And we really look forward to welcoming everybody on the 19th and 20th of November at Stoneleigh. So as I say, whether you're a past visitor, a regular visitor, or this is your first time, register today. It's free to register. Something else. So there's no cost to attend. So all we do is encourage you to register, come along, and meet up with colleagues and peers and learn some new stuff, find some new solutions, and have a thoroughly good day out. So yeah, look forward to seeing everybody in November.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day, Richard.
Cheers.
Okay,
thank you.
bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.